All right, I've been waiting all day to get home and try this. I am so excited. Double S difficulty of the new Climax battle versus Shigaraki. I do have a team set up here that I think could potentially work. So, Celebration Bakugo, defense down, the power down, right? We have Aizawa for giving the piercing shot to Mirko. Mirko being a tank and damage dealer actually really seems to be really good in this Climax battle. Seems like she would be, right? As you saw in the PvP showcase, she wasn't that great, but here in Climax battle, I think she'll be okay, even at level 100. On the subslots, we have full 100% Deku and Compress. Those are the two I'm not so sure about. I might end up changing them out for other characters if it doesn't go well, but we'll at least attempt this team. You guys will see kind of the strategy in mind that we're going through. I know the final, I have, to be completely transparent, attempted with this team before, got down to the final phase, and the final phase he heals, right? So I know the final phase is like the hardest part. The rest of the Climax battle is pretty straightforward in my opinion. Now if you are running like other teams, you might notice that you're doing like no damage, so it does help to have like a defense down, power down character. Bakugo is massive here, like he helps so much. All right, so we'll take a look at everything. We'll try to go through and explain things as we're going through this to the best of my ability from my understanding at this point. Remember, this Climax battle just released today, so taking a look at Shigaraki, he does not have enhancement yet. The conditions are he has to have resilience, and then after 6 turns pass from the start of battle. So he will get the enhancement later on, which makes him really annoying to deal with. Also, he is immune to buff block, recovery block, skill seal, confusion, paralysis, bound, fear, frozen, meat lump, stun, and scorch. So even though Bakugo has buff block, that won't be helpful to us. Phase damage down, he nullifies damage taken right before phase transitions, as do pretty much all Climax battles. And then reduces burning and bleeding damage, so don't be relying on those either. So we're going to use skill 1 for Bakugo here. Deals 450% damage, cancels 2 of their temporary buffs, decreases their defense by 30% for 3 turns. That defense decrease is actually big, and I don't think, yeah, he didn't have any temporary buffs, so there's nothing to actually cancel there yet. And then his other skill here also decreases power and defense, but Bakugo being first in the skill chain is big. Trust me, that helps out immensely. And then we're going to have Mirko go last. Mirko is going to deal 400% damage to a single opponent, decreases a single opponent's power by 5% for 10 turns, decreases the defense of a single opponent with 5 or more temporary power down effects by 10% for 3 turns. Realistically, maybe what I should do is switch the spots for Bakugo and Mirko, put Mirko at the front, Bakugo at the end, so when he does the switch out, Bakugo stays in. I think that might end up working better for me. I might try that. We'll see how this goes here. But right now, the way it is on phase 2, Mirko will stay in and the other 2 will get switched out. And I think that's part of where my problem came in before, but we'll see. So Mirko's nice also because Mirko has multi-hit attacks. This multi-hit attacks can do quite a bit of damage. That damage starts to add up. All right, so we'll give Piercing Shot to Mirko. And then this right here increases character's defense by 25% for 3 turns and plus Ultra Gauge by 10%, increases character's plus Ultra Gauge by 20% when HP is below 50%. You don't want to be below 50% HP though, if you can help it. That is another mechanic to this that really screws people over. If you have been getting feared, right, and you're like, why am I getting feared for 10 turns and why am I not able to attack him? It is because you're below 50% HP. You need to stay above 50% HP in this battle to not get feared, okay? So if you're running into that problem, that's why it's happening. You're below 50% HP. Mirko has so many hits, it's like so laggy when she goes to attack, it's funny. But look at the normals. The normals hitting for 26,000. Like, that's pretty good. And now we'll do all of our plus ultras here. I've heard that later on, I was kind of scrolling through my Discord, looking at Climax battle and stuff like that, seeing what other people have been attempting. I didn't actually, I put this team together before I looked at that, okay, to be fair. I'm not ripping off anybody's team right this second. I mean, other people might have used this team, but I saw that Aizawa can remove, like, buffs or whatever with his plus ultra, so cancels 5 temporary buffs from a single opponent and deals 650% damage to them. This is apparently a bad thing later on in the battle, because removing those buffs can cause Shigaraki to heal more, I guess, from my understanding. So we'll see when we get there, but be careful about using his plus ultra at the end, from my understanding. 28,000, okay. And 99,000 for Mirko. Beautiful. Mirko hitting those numbers. Mirko is actually just so good in here. It's weird. All right, so now if we look at him, right, power down, defense down, speed down, power down. He has a bunch of debuffs on him. That is good for us as much as we can get on him realistically. Okay. We'll go ahead and do this, do this, do this. Alright, and I think we make it to the next phase with Mirko's auto. Yeah, right there, 52,000. Okay, beautiful. What can you idealist really do? Spouting petty words. Alright. So now he does the switch out. And this is where I think it would be better to keep Bakugo in for the defense down, but I mean, at the same time, having Mirko here keeps our characters above a certain threshold of health, so that helps too. I mean, I'm really not sure which way is the better way to go here. Deku also is pretty good with the piercing shot. Unfortunately, you just don't want to let him get too low because then he just becomes a hindrance, right? But okay, we're gonna wait a turn. No, actually, we're gonna use these. We're gonna use these. Yeah, this is probably the better way to go here. Let's hide compress himself. Yeah, let's go like that. Ooh, okay. Alright, full 100% Mirko putting in work right there. We almost got to the next phase just off that. Should I save the... I feel like I just do autos, yeah. I just do autos here. I saved that, right? Okay, that gets us to the next phase. This is insanity. Yeah, let's make this flashy. Alright, so phase 3, we got all... we would have gotten our plus ultras anyway, so there wasn't really much point in saving those, but whatever. We'll use our plus ultras here. Remember, we can't bind or anything, so compress is mainly here for the healing. And the fact that he's a green character, and I have him to R+. And I wanted to try to do this without, Yorozu. I am still doing it with Aizawa, to be fair, but trying to use characters I think people haven't used as much. Okay, so this will... Yeah, this is fine. We are at 5 Fajin, so Deku won't die. We're good. 86,000. Okay, so far so good. Beautiful, everybody's looking good. Let's take a look at Shigaraki really quickly. So this is where he starts to get the extra stuff. So he has damage down for 8 turns by 20%, reduces damage to character by 20%, defense up by 20% for 8 turns, damage down by 2% for 8 more turns, damage down by 2% for 9 more turns, critical hit rate down from us, which is helpful. Defense down decreases character's defense by 30% and speed up by 120%, so he's faster. So he has quite a few things going. He also has his enhancement, which enhances his stats overall, his HP, power, and speed. So keep that in mind as well at this point. All right, let's pop. Do we want the plus ultras or do we... Yeah, let's pop the plus ultras here. That's probably better. That way we can use our action skills, start working towards getting our other plus ultras back up. This should be good. Hopefully we won't do too much damage. I don't think... Yeah, we're fine. Okay, so far so good. And let's go ahead and... I kind of want to hide Mirko, but I'm going to play it safe. I think we're okay doing this. Oh my gosh, she did so much damage right there. Okay. That was big. Oh, I wanted to hit the menu. Finally, this shitty game's over. Time to break everything. I can't believe they actually put that in the game. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so a bunch of this stuff, right? Man, there's just so much going on here. He is blinded, interestingly enough, from Mirko. But, I don't think his attacks are gonna miss, right? Take a look at all this again. Right? Okay, so this is where it starts to get tough. He can do 2 skills at a time. He can do a skill and then like a plus ultra, and this is where it gets annoying. He did heal up a bit, but it's not like he healed all the way, so that's good. He can end up healing more if you're doing things incorrectly, but these characters do all right. I wish we had compressed his ult right there. I wish we did. We're gonna have to just not have it though, and then go for a skill chain next turn, I think. So we'll use the 2+ ultras right here that we have. We are going after him though. Don't kill everybody, please. Alright, we're okay. 76,000, nice. 99,000, beautiful. Okay, and now we go like this, and like this. Try to get our plus ultras back up with those two. That's probably the most important thing. Having those two be able to plus ultra before he starts just deleting us. Oh my gosh, Mirko's damage, man. That right there is diabolical, though. Oh, there goes Deku. Oh, we probably needed him like one more turn, but we have all of these. But he's first. He's gonna delete us right here, man, with the multi-hit attacks. That's the problem. Oh, okay. I'm doing the defense down just in case. I think this is the... I don't even know if this is the move. Dang it, man. Maybe I should have ulted with Bakugo there. Yeah, this is the problem right here. If you don't kill him fast enough, right? This is where the issue comes in. We're not doing nearly enough at this point. Bro. Okay. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Okay, so there's that. We got pretty far. Shoot, if we have Foe 100% come out, put Foe 100% maybe in the main rotation? And have him get switched out, maybe? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know what the move there is. Alright, we're gonna try this strategy here, switching it out for Dobby. And normally I don't really do like climax battle videos like this. I try to like show you guys a completed run, but I just want to show you guys all the tries that it actually takes me to get there, because I feel like I'm close. I feel like I'll be able to get it here within like, I don't know, 2 to 3 tries. So I just want to try different characters, kind of see how they perform, let you guys know which characters I think are going to be really good for this and which characters are not going to be so good. So Mirko off the rip, really, really good. Bakugo, really, really good. Aizawa has been decent. I don't know how I feel about him. I feel like you could definitely get by without him, but the piercing shot has helped with Mirko. We'll go like this, and then like this. So it's going to be pretty much the same as the first run right here, and if it still doesn't work, I might change the train pretty drastically. But for now, we'll try this. Okay, so we'll go like this, and then like that. Dude, she hits so hard, it's so good. 16,000 per hit is really solid. Alright, all of our plus ultras here. Ideally, I need to try and save like action skills when we get to phase 2. That way I can do Mirko's action skill with the others. So I think that's going to be kind of a goal here. So if we go, we'll still do this, right? Well, we'll save the next action skill. Well, it's saved anyways, because we got there faster. Last time I swear it took us an extra turn. Okay. Interesting. Alright, well anyways, we should have our action skill too. We should be able to potentially work on getting plus ultras for these other two. So we'll go like this. We don't want the bullseye, we want the piercing shot with Dobby, so make sure you use the second one. And then we'll go like this. We'll have at least 2 plus ultras right here. Alright, and we'll pop these 2 here and we'll save. Okay, not bad. Not a ton of damage, but it's okay. Good enough. Alright, and we have all of our skills again. We are going to pop this right here just to give them ultimate gauge. And we are just barely not quite there, but we can use these plus ultras because it's going to give us plus ultras no matter what anyways, so might as well. Alright, and that gets us into phase 3. Alright, and we'll pop all of these again right away. Great damage. Lots of power down. Love it. Alright, and we'll go like this. There we go. Dabi's starting to heat up a little bit. We do have less healing now, though, so should be noted. If we drop below a certain amount of health, that's where it starts to get dangerous. Alright, and we'll pop all of these. And this should get us to the last phase here. Alright. How much does he heal now? That's the question. Okay, back up to 671,000. I think we can deal with that. We'll go like this. Dabi just gets deleted, man. That's why you need the last stance for him. Alright, but now we got all 3 of these guys back out, so... Is it going to be enough to do anything, though? That's the question. Mirko probably just dies. Okay. She needs to not die. She really needs to not die. So if we put her in the sub slot, maybe that might be the move. It's looking like that's probably the move. Put Mirko in the sub slot. Okay. All right. So we'll try that. Okay, I've switched up the team a little bit. Put Mirko in the first spot, Bakugo in the third spot, so Bakugo doesn't get switched out. And then, shoot, we gotta switch the memories. There we go. And then we got Deku and Yaoyorozu. Yaoyorozu is now there for the last stand. I tried really hard not to use her, but I think the last stand's gonna be kind of essential. So we'll see. All right, hopefully this time this is the winner, the team that'll do it. We'll see. Trying not to use the new Deku. I do have the new Fantasy Deku, but I want to do it without him, right? If I can. And then maybe I'll do it with him later on. Alright, so we'll start by Bakugo needs to go first. It's just going to be the same thing we did, except for now they're in different spots, right? So we go boom, boom, boom. Alright, and then we go for the buff on Mirko. Let's go. I'm thinking having the extra defense down from Bakugo staying out might help a little bit, and then full 100% can pop off a little bit more. Granted, before we had full 100% and Mirko doing damage, but I'm hoping this works. I'm hoping. Alright, 99,000. Beautiful. Dude, I'm telling you, she could squish me between those thighs any day. Alright, so we're gonna go like... actually, we're gonna go... Yeah, I want to use her first. And then I want to go... like this on Bakugo. Yeah, let's go like that. Because those two are going to get switched out, right? So this way, Bakugo still has the piercing shot. and both of his action skills for when these two come out. That looks pretty good. So now we go like this, go like this. Actually, ooh, let's go like this, and like this. Yeah, that'll work. Buff. Ooh, nice. Okay, there we go. That looked pretty good. Alright, and we'll go like this, and like this. Really good damage. Alright, and we'll do all of our plus ultras right here. Hopefully this gets us to the next phase. There we go. Okay, that was a lot of status ailments and stuff going on him. Alright, now we're in phase 3. That went pretty smoothly, I would say. Let's go ahead and, yep, do all the plus ultras. Wish that was a crit. That's okay. Still decent damage from them. Alright, and we'll buff, I think we actually switch to Deku at this point. Go like this, go like this. There we go. Not sure who was actually better to buff right there. It might have been Bakugo, but Deku might have hit that 99,000 regardless. Alright, and now we'll pop all of these. So far, so good. Okay, good damage. 99,000 from him is fantastic, and then another 99,000. Alright, and let's buff Bakugo this time. Let's go like this, go like this. And this should get us to the next phase. Oh my gosh, man, he's insane. Alright. How much does he heal? A lot more this time. Okay. Jesus. Alright. And Deku is down. Oh no, boy. What a time for him to go down. Okay, Mirko being a tank coming out, kind of helpful. But still, they have so much health. This might be a problem. Buff him, go like this. Okay. Alright, he is powered down quite a bit, so okay, we did take that hit, but we're probably dead here. No? Okay. Somehow still alive. And not feared yet, but... Do I risk this? Do I have last stands? If I have last stands, I risk it, right? If I don't... I do have a last stand there. I have a last stand there. Okay, we risk it. Okay. Good damage. Okay, really good damage. Alright, and then we have to go... Oh man, this is so close. It's cutting it really close. Got more last stands. More hits. 17,000 away. Come on, survive it. Let's go. Let's go. We did it. That's the team, guys. We did it. I knew we would figure it out. Okay. So this is game over, huh? Okay. Woo. First time climax battle victory for Shigaraki. Yeah. Not bad. I know that's going to be a harder team for some people to pull off, but that is without at least is without the new fantasy Deku. So there you go. It can be done without the new fantasy Deku. New fantasy Deku will make it obviously much easier, as do the new characters always. But Celebration Bakugo, I think, is going to be key for you here. I think Yayorozu's Last Stands is also key. If you have those two characters, I think you have a lot to work around there. I don't think Fo 100% is 100% necessary, especially if you have SP Aizawa. Just depends kind of on what you're going to run. Other people probably ran variations of this team, so if you have a variation where you use Celebration Bakugo and Celebration Yayorozu, drop it down in the comments, because I'm sure that could help other people out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.